Welcome back to Just Scale Models. Today we're taking a look at something from TAMIYA. This is British main battle tank Challenger. So I'm assuming this is Challenger 1. So here on the front cover, you can see here an illustration with a smaller illustration with a different paint scheme. 135th Military Miniature Series number 134. You can see here we also has nylon mesh for camouflage net bin detail included, accurate plastic tracks, and some more information in different languages, and a little bit of an age recommendation there. TAMIYA logo down the bottom. If we look on the sides, you can see here more illustrations with some more details there. Barcode. If we look at the ends, basically the titles, illustration. This one is kit number 35134, and this is also this is a sticker for Model Rectifier Corp. Continuing on this side, you can see here a different illustration, more information, a photo, and this is from 1985. You can actually see 1984 mentioned in some of these details there as well. And this model was obtained on consignment, so I'm not the original owner. So let's see what actually happened in here prior to acquisition. Here we have a bag, and it actually has the decals still in there. Here are some instructions. So you see a bunch of text, different illustrations, more text, stock photos, and then the instructions themselves. You can see the style here, steps and part numbers, some tips on getting the parts off the trees. Looks like there's some notes have been made here. More of these little helpful tips on the sides and here in the margins. So it'll help keep you motivated as you step through all the steps. And then getting here, you get a little bit more on painting figures and camouflage patterns, as well as final painting and decal instructions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pieces themselves. You can see here this has been started. Let's see, here's actually a receipt. So this was obtained originally by the purchaser in 1992. And you can see it has definitely been started. The wheels are already on here. They do not rotate. I usually try to keep them able to rotate. This is able to rotate though. These won't. So, oh, no, this one's turning. So these might actually be just a tight fit. Okay, so they do turn. Okay. See here, supports for skirts and the detail on the deck. I'm trying to feel if this is actually fully assembled. It does not appear to be, so it might be actually just in there with a tab. I don't want to pry that apart right now. Here's part of the turret. You see here there's been some material applied or paint into here. Okay, so it is painted a little bit partially. This does not have an interior, so if you wanted to add an interior detail, you would have to get that separately. You can see here some of the parts have been assembled onto here already. Here's the lower part of the turret. Looks like part of the hinges have been put in for the gun itself. A screw type mechanism right there. Some other pieces that have been separated. Looks like some have been painted as well. Looks like these are Some very small pieces there. Here's some plastic clear pieces. Again, that's for Challenger. You can see even the hatch has been painted already. And there's just a whole bunch of really small pieces here. So let's see. What else? Here's some of the figures. Here's the gun itself. That seems to have been molded as one piece possibly, or may have already been assembled. I'm not sure. We'd have to look at instructions. Here's some of the other trees. Obviously, a lot of the parts have been taken off already. The last large tree. Here's that nylon mesh for the bustle rack. Some other smaller pieces here. This looks like just shaving. This was actually part of the tab there. And here are your tracks. So it looks like they are one piece. Does appear to be one piece. Nope. This appears to be a separation area right there. That appears different right there. So yeah, they've been fused. These were actually a single band, and it looks like these have been heat sealed. These are those kind of rivet ends that you kind of heat flatten to assemble them. So it looks like that's been done. So you would kind of display these on the underside of the tracks. Look at this. Here's a fossilized rubber band that I can't get off the bottom as well. And a toothpick that might have been used for toothpick or part of maybe paint application here. But here's all these little detail pieces, the tracks, the nylon mesh, and then what remains of the parts trees with the remaining parts still on them. Some separated parts. Again, the main turret pieces. Body itself. I have to sink this a little bit lower this way to pack this away. The gun, a receipt, and the original decals, and the instructions. So, taking a quick look at British main battle tank Challenger from TAMIYA. So this was bought on consignment. You can see it was already partially assembled, but these sometimes are a good stepping point to just take over and continue and detail as needed. This has been a show and tell or unboxing video. Feel free to check out other videos on the channel. We also do a selection of book review, media reviews. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.